Maybe. Okay, my name's Jenny Collis, and I'm here with the Career Connections program, and I'm here today with Adam Sarver from Main Street Builders, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his career field and a little bit about what he does every day in his job. Adam, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And if you want to start out just by telling us just a little bit about Main Street Builders so we can have a little bit of background information.
Sure. We started, my brother and I, Rusty, we started this company in 2003. We originally started the business to provide, just general small construction services here in the area. And we slowly have grown to now we do commercial work in the area of utilities, earth moving, and commercial buildings. So been quite a while since we've been in business, but we've changed quite a bit.
So I'll go off track a little bit to start out with. Can you tell us just a few of the things you've done locally, like some different examples of things,
Sure.
Projects you all have been involved in?
Yeah. Let's see. We've built a number of houses in the area, developed some housing developments. One is the Ridge subdivision, Stonebrook subdivision. We were part of the construction of the new Princeton Library years ago. We developed and built where on Mercer Street, where all the new stuff's going in for the Sophisticated Ham Brewing, the Totally Glazed Donut Shop. We've done some waterline work, some earth moving work, just throughout the state, really from Charleston south. Can't really point out anything specific, but quite a bit of stuff back in the woods.
That's great, thank you. So just tell us, what does a typical day look like for you, like in this career?
Well,
I'm sure every day is different.
Yeah, especially with COVID, it seems like it changes every minute. But the typical day for me, I'm in charge of the office work, mainly the accounting and job accounting for all the different jobs, and kind of the HR part of the business. So my typical day usually starts very early in the morning, and we get crews out to where they need to go, assign them work, and then I come in and either start working on bidding new work. Sometimes I come in and have to do correspondence on jobs, such as pay applications or whatever the job owner needs. And then just the general business and accounting of the business, which in construction, accounting is a pretty big part of the business. So typical days, just really get here to the office and see what I have to do.
See what comes your way.
Yeah.
So what do you think led you to this career path? Has this always been your dream to do something in this field, or you just kind of had a
Well,
for it?
I've thought about this quite a bit. I don't know that when I was in high school that I was set out to own a construction business. I grew up in a business family that always liked to do new businesses or try to find a new idea to do, and but we always grew up building things and working with our hands. So I guess I got out of high school, went to college, got out of college and went to work for First Community Bank. I realized that I liked the accounting side and the finance side, but I didn't really like, I wasn't the type to be inside all day. I wanted to have the option of working in an office, a couple hours a day, then go outside and do some things. So my brother and I said, we're building things for ourselves. We might as well maybe do that for other people. So I don't know that I set out to do it. It just kind of came our way because that's the way we were brought up, and that's kind of what we always like to do. So right. I guess I kind of stumbled into it.
Right. So when you mentioned college, what kind of background do you have from that?
Um, I I went to Concord University for 3 years and just had a general studies major. Then I went to WVU and got a degree in organizational communication and a minor in business. And the reason why I chose that is because I grew up in a business family, so I was kind of taught those things as I was growing up. So I didn't feel like I wanted to, waste time, so to speak, of going to college and having a business degree. But the organizational communications degree really taught me a lot about how to run an organization and communicate. So I decided to go with that path. And um, had I to do it over, I think I would have went a little bit stronger in business with accounting, maybe because understanding the finances of a business and how things work is very, very important for a business owner.
Right, right. So being a business owner, I know comes with a lot of challenges and but it could also be very rewarding. What do you think is the most challenging thing about your position that you're in with Main Street Builders?
Um, the most challenging thing is the business aspect, and I say that the work of moving dirt, putting in utilities, building things, that has seemed to be over the years the easiest part and the most fun part.
Hmm.
Um, the hardest thing is the constant regulation and the constant navigation, I guess, of the different laws and things that affect your business. And it's not just the construction business, but other businesses as well. And um, there's not a real good communication concept with the legal side or the regulation side with government. So you have to do a lot of your own research, which means a lot as a business owner, a lot of unpaid hours and a lot of hard hours, extracurricular hours that you don't necessarily get paid for, but you have to do to run a successful business and keep up on your taxes and the regulations and things like that. So that's the hardest part.
Right. I could see that. What about the most rewarding part of your job?
Um, the most rewarding is probably now that you know we've been in business for 17 years. Is being able, now that I have kids, being able to take them around and show them some of the things that I've done and that my brother and I've done. Um, that's pretty cool. And it's also neat. I love the start of a new job, construction job, because you go to a site that there's nothing there. It's just raw land or an empty building or something. And then as you finish that job out, being able to look at the before and after pictures it's really rewarding to know that you had a hand in that. So that's pretty neat.
That is really neat. So, high school students today, what advice would you give them? Let's say they want to pursue this, they're interested in the construction business or perhaps owning their own business someday. What advice would you give high school students today?
Well, this might take a couple days. um, because as I get older, I find out that I'm now the old person telling everybody younger what to do. but I would tell um, high schoolers to not be um, not be narrow-minded in what you want to do. Look at everything, and you may not see yourself wanting to go down a career path today, but if you broaden your horizons a little bit and try to, um, you know, job is not spelled FUN. So,
Right.
it's a job, and you really have to get up in the morning and love what you do. So, don't be so focused on money. Don't be focused on those things. If you can get up in the morning and do what you love and you don't see it as a bad thing to go to work, the money will work out. And don't be focused on that, and do your research on things. Don't just do one page skim overs of a career path or anything. Do your research, because you're going to have to do research the rest of your life to get true and accurate information. There's a lot of bad information out there, and there's a lot of taglines to get you to go down a career path or something like that. So don't be narrow-minded. Go try to see the world, so to speak, and see yourself doing something that you love, and don't be focused on the salary or the hourly rate. Do something that you love.
I think that's great advice, because I think students don't realize when you get into the work world, you spend more time at work really than you do at home. So it needs to be.
You do, and
that
when you spend time at work, if you're doing something you don't want to do and that you're miserable with, you will carry that home, and that does not bode well for a good home life. And you truly have to love what you do, tackle all the obstacles at work, and be in a good mood at the beginning of the day and be in a good mood at the end of the day. So in order to do that, you have to do what you love. So
Right.
That's important.
I think that's excellent advice and very good information today from Adam Sarver at Main Street Builders. We really appreciate you taking your time to talk with high school students and just give them a little bit of an overview of your career and advice from you. And we really appreciate that, Adam. Thank you.
Well, thank you for asking me, and good luck, everybody.
Thank you.